Because Rogue Leader was so short, Factor 5 immediately made another Rogue Squadron game for the GameCube. The idea was, if you looked at Rogue Leader, then looked at Rebel Strike, and put the two games together, there'd be a whole take on the classic Star Wars trilogy in an action arcade fashion. They also completely remade the landscape engine, which was apparently a complete and utter nightmare to accomplish. After 2 whole years, Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 Rebel Strike was finished. How is it? Let's find out. This game is freaking incredible! I think this is easily one of the best games in the series. Now, this game brings back the ability to use ground vehicles, and it introduces on-foot missions and various multiplayer modes. The ground vehicle stages are quite different than the ones from Battlefront Naboo, as they are much more linear, but they're fun as hell, so I personally don't give a crap. Everyone seems to despise the ground missions, accusing them of being terribly programmed. Dear God, what is wrong with you people? Do you even know what good or bad programming is? True, they're not as good as the flight missions, but come on, they don't ruin the game. I actually like them. Just look at Battlefield Hoth, for instance. Please tell me what is wrong with that level, because I'd love to know. I mean, even if you don't like them, don't accuse them of being unplayable, because that's simply a lie.
Derp, but fredmoore2, what about the faulty lock-on targeting?
My response is, so what? Each enemy only takes like 2 hits, so what's the issue?
No, I want to lock onto this enemy. No, I hereby blame my inability to press the A button on the game itself because I'm a freaking moron.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, I love to expose others' stupidity. That means you, Greg Miller. As I have said before, the multiplayer has several modes, including a co-op version of the entire campaign from Rogue Leader and most of the bonus missions. There are several versus modes, Dogfight, Rampage, Tag and Defend, and Special, which consists of more Rampage stages and some races as well. This is a great game to play with a friend. Now, there are actually 2 single-player campaigns this time around. Luke's campaign takes place between A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back, while Wedge's campaign takes place between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So here we get a lot more originality than in Rogue Leader. Along with a more complex plot, I won't really talk about it. Play the game for yourself and you'll see what I mean. The game actually has a really cool atmosphere, which is really easy to tell apart from the others. Plus, the missions themselves are more epic than ever before.
There are several cloaking devices installed on the ship. You've got to destroy them all. Stay toward the middle of those structures and keep low. Most of their guns can't hit you there. Understood.
Not to mention, the training level is freaking huge. The graphics are amazing. Yes, The game looks very similar to Rogue Leader. However, the ships have higher polygon counts, everything isn't so shiny clean, and the lighting is simply spectacular. The music is just mind-blowing. This is easily one of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time, and is definitely one of Chris Wilsbeck's best soundtracks. And looking at the Turrican series, that's saying a lot. As much as the Nintendo 64 Rogue Squadron installments maxed out the Nintendo 64, Rebel Strike maxes out the GameCube. There is so much in this one game. It's absolutely mind-blowing that they were able to fit it into one mini DVD. According to Factor 5, they couldn't fit much more into the game even if they tried. Seeing as that statement is coming from them, that's saying a lot. Anyway, if you have a GameCube or Wii, this game usually goes for around $10 to $15, so if you liked what you saw, I would highly recommend getting it. It's easily one of the best games I've played on the GameCube, and is personally my favorite on the console.